from the city of brotherly love. MLB The Show has baseball from Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. Today, it's the second of this three-game series between the San Diego Padres and the Philadelphia Phillies. Alongside Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, and Danny, as pitching matchups go, it doesn't get much better than what we've got here for this one.
Well, Matt, these are two of the best in the business. Two guys that throw a lot of strikes, and if their game is on, we should have a very low-scoring ball game with these two elite starting pitchers.
We've got baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Aaron Nola is ready to go as he's on the mound for the Phils. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, this starting pitcher right here can strike some people out. It's not easy to average a strikeout per inning, but that's what he's been able to do so far. And if he brings a good assortment of pitches like he's brought all season long, we could see another game filled with quite a few strikeouts.
So now here is Tommy Pham, and we are
the
ready for some
afternoon for
daytime
San Diego.
baseball.
The left fielder, Tommy.
Now the first pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Harper has a read on it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Batting second.
A chance now to give you a look at the Padres starting lineup. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, I love the way Eric Hosmer plays the game. He's having a really nice season, hitting over 300 coming into this one. We all know that that's the magic number. When you hit over 300 for a season, you've got plenty to be proud of. Now we'll see if he can keep it up over the rest of the year.
And at the plate is Jake Cronenworth. Dan Dero, these Phillies, as they begin play here today, they've been on the skids recently, losers in 7 of their last 9 ball games.
Yeah, Matty B. Hey, Dero, talk about a team that's scuffling right now. I had a chance to talk to the manager before the game. He's not happy. The players aren't happy.
Yeah, and just a malaise has kind of come over this clubhouse. We had a chance, like you said, to walk through it a little bit. The boys are not jumping around. This is a big game today.
Batting third, the third baseman, number 13, Manny Machado.
Here's Manny Machado now. First at bat for him as he enters play number 3 in the National League batting race.
There's a lot of ways to get on base. Base hit, a walk, hit by pitch. This guy's in the top 5 on base percentage. He does a little bit of all of those things.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Sent out to straightaway center field. Quinn is there, and it's a very quick inning as the side is retired. Takes just 4 pitches to retire the Padres. So now the Phillies offense will see what they can do. No score. Blake Snell will be on the bump for game 2 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
One of the things that jumps out if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
That brings up Alec Bohm. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Now here's the pitch. Guys, these Padres, as they take the field this afternoon, they're on a great run of late as they come in winners of 7 of their last 9 games.
Yeah, Matty, I've been really impressed with this team, especially on the recent road trip to start to it. They're 3-1 after 4 games, playing really fundamentally sound baseball. From offense to defense, pitching, it's all coming together for this group.
You know, we'll see him work both sides of the plate with his curveball. Maybe not that far in, but he'll move that pitch around the zone to give it a different look.
And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed. He just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
Ronald Torrey is the next to bat. So take a look at a slider that can't make it back to the corner. It's ball 1. That batting average hovering in the high 230s. 3 homers, 13 RBIs. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. To the left side, but it's well fouled. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Took him right up the ladder that time, and it's 1-2.
Let's get it going, boys. Somebody's loose, hitting 98 with ease in the first inning.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Easy take there as the off-speed pitch misses well inside.
He got ahead with 2 good fastballs and then tried to drop the changeup to see if he'd be out in front. Did a great job of laying off that pitch right there. Interested to see where he goes now.
3-2, full count. Looking for back-to-back Ks to start the game. And he takes strike 3 called. Back-to-back strikeouts here to open the home first, 2 away.
The main job of the number 1
Batting
and 2
third.
hitters is to set the middle
right
of the
fielder.
order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So
Harper.
when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
Next to dig in will be Bryce Harper, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. Well, the first with time to spare, and the side is retired. Phillies down in order. Still no score. New inning set to get underway, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Will
The
Myers.
right fielder, number 5. Will Myers.
Now here's the first offering.
1-0.
Myers awaiting the 1-0.
Ball back to the
This is a spot you really don't want to be in with a great hitter like that. You can't just lay one in there, but you also don't want to run the count to 3-0.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. On deck, there's Eric Hosmer. And that misses for ball 4, so it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
And don't forget, he lost his last time out, so he wants to get
That
off on the
was it.
right foot here.
The
The
first
last thing
baseman,
he wanted was
Eric
to walk the leadoff man.
Hosmer.
Stepping in next, Eric Hosmer, and he enters play today, currently 5th in the National League batting race.
There's no way you could have forecasted this kind of season from this guy. Not to take anything away from him, but I don't think many people in baseball considered him to be one of the league's best hitters for average coming into this year.
First pitch on its way.
Nice job by the pitcher right there to establish himself back into the strike zone. Would have liked to have seen the hitter been a little bit more aggressive in that situation. Usually when a pitcher throws 4 balls in a row, that next pitch you can get super greedy right down the middle.
In the dirt here. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. In there, 1-2 now.
Yep, 1-2.
And he pops him up, drifting toward the left side of the infield. Here for it is Segura to make the play. 1 gone.
Batting 6th, the center fielder.
So here's how the Phillies are positioned defensively. And let's focus on Jean Segura. Very athletic shortstop, has one of the best arms in the position, is really coming into his own offensively as well.
In to hit will be Trent Grisham as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. 1. Here's a look to first. And a dive, but he's back. No score here as we play inning number 2. And they go away here. It's a called strike, 0-2. And there is our officiating crew in this one, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Freddie Ferguson.
You know, this is one of the guys behind the dish, Freddie Ferguson, Dan, that the rookies are going to have a tough time with. If you've played in the league for a little bit, you understand that he's got his own zone.
You touched on it, D-Roy. I think he rewards the veteran players, not only pitchers, but position players. He makes the younger players, he makes them earn their keep.
Well, the intent there with that 2-strike pitch was obviously to get him to fish for something he couldn't do a whole lot with, but there's the risk that comes with that as well. If you don't execute or your catcher can't handle it very well, you give up 3 bases.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. And stepping in, Winston Sawyer, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. There's a strike with the breaking ball. Swing and a miss as he pulls the top hand over. It's 0-2.
On 0-2 here, he doesn't have to give in with a great pitch to hit. He's got a base open, so he has to focus on making a good pitch right here.
Throw cleanly into first, and that ends the inning. 1 left for San Diego. We go to the bottom of the second. No score. And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins.
For the Phillies,
match up with Blake Snell now to lead off the inning.
Rhys Hoskins.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike. Snell has made a name for himself as a starter that simply misses the barrel of the bat. He rarely allows a large number of hits, and he does a pretty good job at keeping the ball in the ballpark when the hitters do make contact.
Yeah, Matt, and that's not an easy thing to do. I think one of the reasons is he changes speeds really well, and he throws both sides of the plate. One of the keys to missing the barrels, you have to be able to throw inside and throw outside, and he's about as good as it gets in baseball at missing barrels.
And now pitch on the way.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
Here now the 2-2. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
He showed right there why having a good changeup is so valuable. 2-2, and he flips one up there that the bottom really falls out at the last minute. It's so hard to pick up, and it's even harder to make good contact with.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1.
Count 1-0.
2-0.
2 balls, no strikes.
Much too quick on the trigger there. It's 2-1.
Boy, what a time to pull the string on him. On 2-0, there's no way anyone's thinking changeup. So if you can locate it, that's pretty much unhittable.
Bottom of the second here with no score. 2-2.
His heater's got some late ride through the zone. A lot of late swings right now. You're only going to get to that pitch if you get the front foot down early.
Fouled off. Oh, and he swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
First offering. JT Realmuto is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. Lays off again, and it's 2-0. 2 out, nobody on. Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. Into the windup and the pitch. To 2-2 now.
You know, from a hitter's perspective, you get pounded in, and then he throws a nasty changeup away. Is the mindset to tell yourself that he's going to go in and out all day long, or is he going to double up? That's the cat and mouse we're seeing right now.
And a full count as that misses. It's 3-2 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
Batting 7th, the shortstop, G.
Segura standing in. Previous history with Blake Snell, not great. He's 1 for 8. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And this pitch is hit hard as it'll fall into right field for their first hit of the ball game. And that runner will hold up at second with 2 aboard now.
Take a look at this right here. He didn't get jumpy and try and pull it down the left field line. Stayed in there hard and grinded out a nice knock.
At the plate, Roman Quinn, as he'll take a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. He'll start this one at 274. 1 home run and a dozen RBIs. And this one's in the dirt. Runners will stay put. However, the count evens at 1. Realmuto at second. Segura at first. 2 out in the inning. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. One and 2. Here it is.
Now 2-2, 2 on, 2 out. This is when you have to make a pitch right here. The last thing you want to do is run the count full to 3-2. Then the runners are going to be off to the races.
Swing and a miss, and that's out number 3. Phillies leave a couple. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Top of the 3rd set to get underway, and coming forward now is the shortstop, Jorge Mateo.
Jorge Mateo.
Now here's the first offering. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0.
Not even close with the 1-0. He needs to get back in the zone, but be careful. Work the quadrants.
3-0 now.
Well, knowing the threat this guy poses if he gets on base, I think the next pitch should be a challenge pitch. You don't want to give guys that can run a free chance to cause havoc out there, especially a leadoff guy.
Padres shortstop ahead with a 3-ball 1-strike count. Here's a swing and a miss at the off-speed pitch. It's a full count now, 3-2.
Hey, excellent job to get yourself back in this count after throwing 3 consecutive balls. You got a chance to get an out right here.
Swing and a miss, and they'll come all the way back from 3-0 to punch him out. One away.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has
Batting
good wheels off base.
The pitcher.
And that's just what they did
Blake
right there. Big strikeout.
Snell.
Keep that guy off the base path.
In now, Blake Snell. And it's fouled away. Padres still with the big goose egg in the hit column thus far. Taken, but that catches the inside part of the plate. And the Padres pitcher behind with a 1-2 count. On the changeup, and he did a good job just to make contact. He'll try again. 1-2. That's lifted the other way out to left. McCutcheon is under it. 2 down.
Now batting, the left fielder, Tommy Pham.
Striding in is Tommy Pham. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First pitch on its way.
1-0.
Kind of surprised not to see a fastball on the first pitch there. The guy's probably taking at least one pitch to give his pitcher a chance to sit down after he already made the second out.
Just missing here. 2-0.
Yeah, that looked like a strike, but let me tell you, when you're staring at a big 0 in the hit column, getting a call like that to go your way can feel like a big victory.
Outside and low. 3-0.
Yeah, he's all over the place right now. No doubt he's clearly fighting his mechanics.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Torreyes gloves it. And the off-balance throw is right there for the 3rd out. A high degree of difficulty on that one as the side is retired. Padres down in order. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. Bottom of the 3rd now, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Aaron Nola.
Leading up for the Phillies, the pitcher, Aaron Nola.
Popped him up. Hosmer in foul ground. He's got it 1 away.
Every
batting,
pitcher loves to
third
get
baseman,
quick outs, right? How about that? One pitch, one out, a pop-up to start the inning.
So now into the box is Allen here in this one. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Liner in there for a base hit.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that
Up
ball,
next for
stay
Philadelphia,
square as long as
the
possible,
second baseman,
and feed it into
from
the opposite field for a base hit.
Torreyes.
Into the box now, Ronald Torreyes. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Bohm leads off first with 1 away. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. Now a throw over to first, and he'll dive back in safely. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there.
The right
That's
fielder.
the 4th time he
Right.
struck out, and we're only in the
Harper.
2nd game of this series.
Here's Bryce Harper now, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Here's a swing and a miss, 1-1.
Guess who tipped their hand? They were sitting all over a piece of cheese. He flew open on the front side.
Look out, a fastball up near his dome, and that'll wake you up a bit.
I'll tell you, there was intent behind that pitch. I'm not saying he was trying to hit him, but when you're facing a guy like this, you don't want him to get too comfortable in that batter's box.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. 2-2. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Back goes Grisham. Into the shrubbery and gone. A 2-run home run here for Bryce Harper, making it an even 250 for his career as the Phillies have taken a 2-0 lead.
See the center fielder tracking the ball the entire way. He thought he had it, and he might tell you he should have had it, but he just couldn't bring it back into the yard. Sometimes it's a game of inches, folks.
Next to bat will be Reese
Number
Hoskins.
17.
As he will take a look at strike 1 on a fastball right down the pipe. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Breaking ball as this runs in on him, and he has to step out of the way that time. 2 out, nobody on. Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1. And he fouls this one off. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch hit down the line at first, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. Into the windup and the pitch, and he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. 3 complete from Citizens Bank Park. It's now 2-0 Philly. All set for the start of the 4th. And set to go is the second baseman, Jake Hosmer.
You know, these next couple innings are really important for these guys. I know they're only down by a couple, but they need to get something going on offense to keep pace, even though it's early.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And this is sent on the ground out to Segura at short. Throw to first in time, 1 gone here in the 4th.
The third baseman.
So with that, let's call on the guys in the graphics department to put up the pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters. And whoa, look at that for a top speed. 98 miles an hour. That man is flat dealing. And now in the box, Manny Machado. He flew out in his last AB.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
That's not a pitch he misses very often. He knows he should have done something with that one.
Hit hard on the ground to short. Segura fields it cleanly. And there are 2 away now.
The right fielder, number 5, Will Myers.
Here's Will Myers. These guys still looking at a 0 in the hit column. Now the pitch. Lifted down the line in left. After it is McCutchen. And the Friars are into the hit column.
Boy, just when you're looking for one of those shutdown innings, you get 2 quick outs, D-rolled in, give up a 2-out base hit to extend the inning.
Yeah, you show me a big league ball player that's going to give away an AB. No chance. Everybody's in there grinding every at-bat, every plate appearance. Nice job. Maybe a little 2-out lightning start.
Eric Hosmer is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1.
Well, you can see he's coming right at this guy, just pounding the ball in the strike zone. He certainly has the advantage now. This guy hasn't even swung the bat yet.
This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Padres lead 1. They trail things here 2-0. And we're back from Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. Let's check in with Heidi Watney.
Matt, I had a chance to catch up with manager Joe Girardi during the commercial break about the Phillies offense, and overall he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. It's still pretty early in the game, but they've seen a lot of pitches already, and he thinks the 2 runs they've pushed across so far is just the beginning, given the quality of the at-bats they're putting together.
Thank you, Heidi. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. Coming forward, the veteran
Phillies,
outfielder, Andrew
the left
McCutchen.
fielder, Andrew McCutchen.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
The 1-0. Misses, ball 2.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone. This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
And he started to go around there, and it'll cost him, as they say. He did swing the bat. It's 2-1. Down the first baseline. This will be a foul ball, but that evens things at 2-2. And the pitch.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Now the payoff pitch home. And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th.
Boy, oh boy, that's a tough one for the pitcher. He's
the
definitely
catcher,
wondering where the heck was that pitch. I think he called it high, but our strike zone says otherwise.
For the Phils, JT Realmuto drew a base on balls his first time up. From the stretch, Realmuto, a 6'1" right-handed swinger and thrower. He was selected in the 3rd round back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name. The kids are buying his jerseys.
And he looks at one in there, 1-2.
Wow, I'm shocked the hitter took it right there. That's a well-executed pitch down in the zone to try and get that double play.
Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ballgame.
One of the toughest pitches to hit is straight changeup, right? El
The batter, number 2,
seen it in that entire
shortstop,
at-bat. What happens?
G.
Gets the string pulled on him right there.
Segura.
Had no chance to put that ball in play.
And that'll bring up Gene Segura as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Now the 1-0 is in there for strike 1.
Hey, I don't mind that batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he can find the zone. If he wants to walk them all in, we'll take it.
Running now is McCutcheon. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. From the stretch. Oh, and you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2. That was a nasty-looking slider that time.
24.
Yeah, that was really well executed, Matt. A classic strikeout pitch. You think it's fastball middle in, then it starts bearing in on your back leg, and unless you hit it out front, there's nothing much you can do with that.
Stepping in now, Roman Quinn, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. 2-0 to the Phillies center fielder. Two runs, 3 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. From the belt, kicks and deals. And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1. And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away.
Oh, man, I think this walk is going to grind at him for a bit. He just missed, and now the inning continues with the man in scoring position.
So it's first and second with 2 men gone, and it'll be the pitcher up next, Aaron Nola. From the belt, kicks and deals. Looked like he tried to pull it there, but he swings right through the fastball.
Good job there to jump ahead with the fastball. If he's going to get back on track out there, the fastball is what he's going to start to need locating first and foremost. Then he can work his other pitches off of that.
Check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2.
Hey, I know it's the pitcher at the plate, but he's going to grind it out right here. He's got a chance to help himself, and nothing's a bigger backbreaker to a team than watching the pitcher drive him out.
And he popped him up. Hosmer trying to get there, and this is going to be a foul ball. McCutcheon on second, Quinn on at first with 2 down. 1-ball, 2-strike count to the Phillies pitcher.
Hey, there's not a lot you can do with a slider breaking down and in unless you catch it way out front. I like the idea of taking it and making the pitcher bring you something a little more hittable.
And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ballgame, and the inning is over. A couple of walks in the inning, but nothing on the scoreboard. We're back in Philadelphia right after this. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, I talked with San Diego's manager during the inning break about the Padres' offensive production to this point, and he told me he'd like to see a lot more aggressiveness in their at-bats the rest of the game. He said the problem is they're allowing themselves to fall behind in the count way too often, which is forcing them to constantly be in protect mode and swing at bad pitches. A lot of their outs have come from at-bats where they've fallen behind. So the focus going forward needs to be about being the aggressor early in at-bats.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch.
Count 1-0.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Slow roller out to short. Gonna be a tough play. And the fifth inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Up next to the Padres, the catcher, Winston Sawyer.
And now here is Winston Sawyer. He bounced out last time up. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch.
No touchdown.
Who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike. No runs, just one hit. No errors in the ballgame for the Padres. And it's 1-2.
This offense has just been flailing at the plate all game long, so it's no wonder why they've only been able to pick up one hit so far. I'm not seeing much of a game plan from these hitters.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
The batter, number 3, shortstop, Jorge Mateo.
So the bases are empty with 2 gone now. And digging in at the plate next will be Jorge Mateo. 50th pitch of the game on its way.
Ball, that's inside.
The 1-0 home. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. And that'll get down for a base hit. Throwing to second. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, his side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. They trail it here 2-0. Matt Strom, a 6'2" left-hander, jogs in to take over on the hill.
Number 55, Matt Strom. Leading up for the Phillies, the third baseman.
At the plate now, Alex Bone. He'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now.
Oh, I love that pitch right there. Up and in. Jam sandwich.
They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. So bases are empty with 1 gone. And up next, the infielder slash utility man, Ronald. Set and the pitch. Called a strike on the outer half. 0-1. Bouncer up the middle. Scooped up. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
The right fielder, number 3, Bryce Harper.
And Bryce Harper will dig in at the plate. Comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
Boy, this guy right here in that last AB, how about straightaway center field? He hits a bomb, and as a pitcher, you're trying to pitch to the big part of the ballpark, but a guy like this, if he has pop to hit it out to center field, I might have to think pitching this guy down and away down on the corner.
When you've got a guy that throws a good 2-seam fastball, you have to be ready for him to try to run it inside and jam you. Good job to lay off that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again.
The 1-0. they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2.
Hey, I can't have one of my best left-handed power bats fishing for balls off the plate.
Fastball laid off well below the knees.
Wow, kind of an interesting pitch call there. The batter flailed at the pitch away on the previous one, so you'd think you'd go right back there, but instead they decided to come in, make him prove he can adjust before you do.
Swing and a miss as the slider sets him down for the final out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. They're up 2-0. Ramon Laureano will grab a bat and lead things off here in the top of the 6th.
Number 22.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Laureano playing here in his age 26 season. He was a 16th round selection during the 2014 draft.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment. You could tell this guy's got great feel for all this stuff right now. To break out that nasty hammer right there, this guy's on point.
So he sets him down swinging. Ramon Laureano goes down to become the first out in the 6th inning. So next to bat will be Tommy Pham. 0 for 2 for him to this point. First pitch of the AB now.
Very rarely does a pitcher like this leave one in a location like that. That's a pitch right there he'd like to have back. He'd love to swing at that one again.
1 out, nobody on. And it's quickly 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a liner. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
I mean, that fires me up right there. Opposite field, and in today's game, where every manager is employing hundreds of shifts, to watch this batter go the other way was special.
Into the box, Jake Cronenworth. He'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. And he falls behind now, 2-0. Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. Grounded back up the middle. Segura for 1. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
The third baseman, number 13, Manny Machado.
So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and that'll bring in Manny Machado. Comes set, now the pitch.
Ball 1, no strike.
Now the 1-0 is a breaking ball that's taken for a ball. Now the 2-0 home. He's running. Strike called. Now the throw down is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base.
That's a great call from the dugout to put the runner in motion that time. With 2 outs and a good hitter at the plate, it's a pretty low-risk play. If he's out, he's still got the same good hitter leading off the next inning. But if he's safe, he's in scoring position and a lot easier to drive in.
The 2-1 home. Will not catch the zone. Ball 3.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
The 3-1 to first. Hoskins gathers it in. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. One left for San Diego. They're down 2-0. Emilio Pagan enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 14, Emilio Pagan.
Bottom of the 6th inning now. Here comes the first baseman, Rhys Hoskins.
The first baseman, Rhys Hoskins.
From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Count 1-0.
And he lays off there, 1-0. Pagan, a native of South Carolina. He was taken in the 10th round back in the draft of 2013.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
The 1-0 is a fastball that misses.
A couple strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at-bat trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
Lifted in the air to center. Grisham is camped under this one. 1 down.
The left fielder, number 22, Andrew McCutchen.
So the next hitter to dig in will be Andrew McCutchen. It was a walk in his last trip. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Fouled away. Here comes the 0-1.
If you're going to have success against some of the better hitters in the game, you've got to get that pitch right there. 0-2, he's almost certainly out. 1-1, he's got a chance to really do some damage.
Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Big breaking ball and a beauty that time. 1-2. Action now in the Padre bullpen as it looks like a right-hander's getting loose out there. Here comes the 1-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
Here it comes. Swing and a liner. This will hang up just long enough to be run down in shallow left for a
Now
tough second out.
catcher.
Well, he hit that
JT.
ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it.
To the plate now, JT Realmuto. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at the first pitch. It's 0-1. Now here's the pitch.
Nope.
A ball and a strike.
1-1.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Now the 2-1. Popped him up. Sawyer has a play. And that retires the side. So nothing happening this time around. 7th inning coming up. It's the Phillies 2 and the Padres nothing. All set for the start of the inning. And standing in is the veteran outfielder, Will Myers. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Here's a strike with the breaking ball. Tying run stands on deck, but it'll only matter if the guy in the box can get on base.
Yeah, and that has to be his mentality at the plate right now, Matt. He can't be the hero, so he needs to do what he can to give the guy behind him a chance to be the guy.
1-1 the count. And now a ball lifted into the air out towards center field. Quinn is right there, one down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Hosmer.
Eric Hosmer to the plate now. He grounded out last time up. First offering on its way. And that misses for ball one. And here's a fastball that's nowhere near the zone. It's 2-0 now.
Very impressive outing so far. His command has been spot on. Even when he misses his spot, it isn't out over the heart of the plate. He's throwing quality pitches.
Now the 2-0. Sent on the ground out to second. Torreyes fields it cleanly. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Now batting, the center fielder, Trent Grisham.
Next, it'll be Trent Grisham. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Not where you want the changeup, but he gets away with it for a strike.
We're moving right along into this one. This guy's continuing to pitch well, which is a little bit of a surprise because his first pitch strike ratio is still under 60%.
Nope.
And this is high, a ball and a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2.
So far, this has been a terrific outing for this guy. Throwing well, keeping his pitches to a minimum, locating his fastball to both sides of the plate, good command of the off-speed pitches, very little traffic.
Well, the side is retired as they make the play. Padres down in order. They trail things here 2-0.
Seventh inning stretch.
Last half of the 7th here, and that'll bring in
For
Gene
the
Segura.
Phillies, the shortstop, Gene Segura.
First offering. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone. And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0.
He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They didn't miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
A 3-0 finds the zone, strike 1.
You maybe get 2 pitches a game where all the guesswork goes out the window. This is certainly that situation.
The 3-1. And that misses ball 4. It's a leadoff walk to start the home 7th.
Wow, you know he's not happy with that call. When it crossed the plate, it sure
number
looked like a
24,
strike to me. Seemed to catch a ton of the plate. That's a tough way to give up a walk, but he's got to put it behind him now.
In now, Roman Quinn. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. It was a walk in his last trip. The 1-0 home. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. The 1-1. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Pulled toward right center field. Myers on the move. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
Now batting, the pitcher, Aaron.
Next to hit will be the pitcher,
Nola.
Aaron Nola. He's been great on the mound, so we'll see if he can do something with the bat here as well. He's earned a chance to take this at bat.
Yeah, Matt, when a guy's throwing the ball as well as he has, it kind of forces the manager's hand to stay with him. He's been exciting to watch, and he's really had this crowd behind him the entire game.
He's set. Here it comes. And they'll try and play for one here as he gets this one down. One there, but they won't get two as he beats the relay to first.
Now back.
He got the bunt
The third
down, but
baseman,
he didn't deaden it enough. Really good job by the first baseman to charge in and make a good throw to second to get the lead runner.
Standing in now, Alec Bohm, as he'll take a look at ball one. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And this is a fastball that's right on the black, but ruled a ball. It's 2-0 now.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
2 balls and a strike now. Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Oh, and this is past him down the line. A fair ball. He'll hold it second, and there are 2 aboard now.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Now
This ball
back,
might have
second
caught him in
baseman,
between hops.
Ronald.
He's unsure which way to turn his glove, and the next thing you know,
Reyes.
it's by him.
So now to the plate, Ronald Reyes. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With 2 guys already on, pretty good shot. He's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
2-0 count and the pitch. On the ground back up the box. Stanley to get through into center field. A base hit. Long throw to the plate. And not in time as the run scores.
Hey, Dero, that's a big RBI right there to stretch
Now
this
batting,
lead to
right
3.
fielder,
Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
Bryce Harper will stride in, but first we take you back to the 3rd as you take another look here at this 2-run homer that had him rolling early on. Bohm over at second. Reyes at first. 2 out in the inning. Lays off the fastball away, and it's 2-0.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down the way or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
Fouled off. And it's fouled away. The 2-2.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Phillies will have to be content with just the 1. Digging in will be Winston Sawyer. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Nah, they just haven't had much of an answer, Matty. They've been off balance and baffled all game. He's got a nice, comfortable lead. You have to think he's going to pound the strike zone. But here, get aggressive.
First pitch on its way. And that one swung on and missed 0-1.
That was a great hack right there. Timing was on point. Just sometimes you have bad bat barrel accuracy.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2.
Man, this dude is locked in on the mound. He's throwing each pitch with confidence.
And there's a fastball well off the plate inside. It's a 2-2 count to the Padres catcher. Up. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
Hey, throwing the ball great up into this point. Don't want to allow a leadoff walk. Needs to just focus in on his mechanics right here.
And a good take there will net him a base runner as it's ball 4 now to start the 8th inning.
Well, they haven't been able to scratch a run across yet, so maybe this walk will jumpstart their offense a little bit.
Jorge Mateo.
So a runner at first now with nobody out. And digging in at the plate next will be Jorge Mateo. From the stretch.
Counts 1-0.
All you want is the leadoff man to get on to start a big inning. Maybe get a big rally going to claw your way back into this ball game.
A runner at first with no outs here. Ball 2.
Sometimes you got to be aggressive offensively, but sometimes you just let the pitcher dig his own grave. Patience and discipline seem to be the way to go right here.
And he fouls this one off. The 2-1. Ground ball sent back up the middle. There's Segura. Second for 1. On with first, but not in time as he beats it out.
It's really tough to double a guy with the speed that he has, and he was hustling all the way on this ground ball. So they should be happy they at least got the guy out at second. It'll be interesting now to see if he tries to use that speed again and swipe a bag and get into scoring position.
Fernando Tatis Jr. will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot. Here's a look over first, and he'll be back in standing up. Set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. And he's carrying a batting average of just over 300. So clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. The 0-1.
This is a tough guy to turn two on. He's got to be hit hard, and if you're an infielder, you've got to catch it and get rid of it quickly.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are two gone. Well, these fans have been treated to a fine outing out of their hometown starter as we give you a look at the numbers here. A big 0 in the run column on the right-hand side of your screen. So it's a runner at first with 2 men out. And up next, it'll be the outfielder, Tommy Pham. Now a throw over, and he'll get back in standing. Another look to first, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Another throw over, being especially careful here. From the stretch. And a high strike there, 0-1.
With that base running threat on first base, man, does that change the pitcher's whole mentality. This guy at the plate should assume nothing but heaters coming right at him.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So it's no runs, no base hits, no errors, and 1 man left on. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. The Phillies lead it 3-0. Craig Stammen will come on to make his 40th appearance this season.
Number 34, Craig Stammen.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Rhys Hoskins.
For the Phillies.
Lifetime versus Craig Stammen.
The first baseman.
He's a 333 hitter.
Hoskins.
First pitch of the AB now.
That's a ball.
And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. The set and the 1-0 pitch is looked at for ball number 2. Stammen, an Ohio native. This is his 12th season in the big league, so he's put together a really nice career to this point.
Yeah, Matty, you ain't kidding right there. 10 years, we refer to that in the biz as hitting full pension.
He's set, and the 2-0 pitch. Sinker misses there, and now he's in trouble. 3-1. On deck, there's Andrew McCutchen. He'll hit next. And this is taken here for ball 4. So the leadoff man's on base to kick off the home 8th.
The left fielder, number 22, Andrew.
So a runner at first now with nobody out. And that'll bring up the former National League MVP, Andrew McCutchen. From the stretch, runners on the move for second. This one's down to third. Taken in by Machado, and the throw to first is in time, 1 gone.
Up next for Philadelphia, the catcher, JT Realmuto.
At the plate now is JT Realmuto, 0 for 2 on his line thus far. From the stretch. Hit hard to short. Fielded cleanly. Throw gets him. 2 down.
The batter, number 2, shortstop,
Next up is Gene Segura. Lifetime versus Craig Stammen. 2 hits in 7 tries. First delivery to him. Fouled away. And he checks his swing. Did he go around? Yes, says the first base umpire. Strike 2. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. 1-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Phillies strand 1. They lead it 3-0. Into the box, Jake Cronenworth. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Yeah, and it's usually demoralizing, Matty, when the top of the order, so-called best hitters, are shut down. But you know what? We can't expect them to carry us every single day. Somebody in the southern part of this order has got to step up and get this offense rolling.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Ninth inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. And that's in there for his strike. 1-1. Here it comes. This is on the ground over the first. Hoskins grabs it cleanly. And he'll take this to the bag himself. 1 gone here in the ninth.
The third baseman, number 13, Manny Machado.
Up next, Manny Machado. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. First pitch on the way.
Every ball club has that spark plug guy, and this is the guy right here. He usually ignites a lot of productive innings.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Fouled off. The 1-1. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2. And with 1 out in the ninth, he's just now coming up on his 100th pitch of the ball game.
Yeah, Matty, he's going to finish this one on adrenaline if he's allowed to. We'll see how the manager plays this one. I know guys like Dan Plesac were locked and loaded in this position.
Oh, this is right now a dream if you're out in that bullpen right now. Your starting pitcher gets you into the 9th inning. The guys that, if they do get up in the 9th inning, these are the best relievers, and they're just lurking out there. What a terrific job up to this point.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And it's fouled away. Hit weakly on the ground to short. Throw on first. And the Padres are down to their final out now.
The right fielder for the Padres.
So here's Will Myers, who's their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, man, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far this week.
First pitch on its way. There's a fastball right down Broadway taken for a strike.
He'll take that first pitch strike all day long. If they're going to take 0-0, he's going to pound that zone and get ahead. Much more susceptible down 0-1 than 1-0.
Count now a ball and a strike. Swing and a miss, and they're up against it now as they're down to their final strike of the afternoon. Crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. 2-2 now with 2 out here in the ninth. San Diego down to their final strike. Did well just to make contact there as he spoils off the changeup. And another foul ball. 2 out, nobody on. Trying to fool him with the changeup, but he won't offer at it. 3-2.
Great take right there, but the last thing you want to do is be called out on strikes to end the game.
Looking for the complete game. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss as they definitely had him reaching for that one, and this ball game is over.
Yeah, and we knew he was in a groove from the first inning, and he just kept this thing rolling and rolling and rolling. They couldn't get anything going against him. A dominant performance with a complete game shutout.
3-0 the final score in this one today. The Phillies led this game from the third inning on and never wavered. Aaron Nola earns his 6th winning decision in this one, and it's a dandy, a complete game, 3-hit performance. Blake Snell struck out 10 in the losing effort. So that will wrap things up. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Wackney, and our whole crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, head to theshow.com.